Hello! We're not on the floor this time. I just saw a video by a channel named Cerberus Arms talking about old Bud K swords, and it just kind of irkled me a little bit, because they were talking about Damascus and the way that it's used to confuse people about the quality of weapons. He forgot he said that true Damascus, the creation process, had been lost to time, and I guess just forgot that there's been plenty of people that have recreated Woot steel or Crucible steel, whatever you want to call it. Specifically, the documentary Secrets of the Viking Sword, where they tried to recreate an Ulfberht and were successful. But another thing that he was talking about was swords, much like this one, made by Shinwa, that have this pattern. He called it mystery steel. They just call it Damascus. Now, for a long time, I thought I was the same way as him. I thought it was a mystery. Just Damascus, right? You know, it's very sharp, I'll give it that. Very, very sharp. Whoever sharpens these does a very good job. It stayed sharp for many years, but only because I haven't used it. Because the steel is not a mystery to me anymore. When I started getting into blacksmithing and bladesmithing specifically, I found out exactly what it is. This style of Damascus is called Makume or Makumagane, and it is copper Damascus. That's right. The weird little pattern here, that's copper. I don't know what kind of steel they use. Could be anything, to be perfectly honest. It's very easy to blacken steel, especially with the acid etching process that reveals Damascus patterns in the first place. So, no idea what that is. But the orangish looking stuff is copper. That is why swords like these are inferior. You should not buy a blade that you intend to use a lot that has those little orange things in the Damascus, is that it's copper. Here's a fun fact about copper. It doesn't harden. Not to the same degree that steel does by any means. So it's always going to be soft. It will not hold an edge. If there is copper in the edge, which in this one there most certainly is, because it would be very, very difficult to make a billet like this and not have copper in the edge. There's ways you could do it. If you want something like this, you want it to be useful, talk to the smith. Make sure he understands that. If you use a Sanmai construction, it might be doable. Maybe. I mean, there's ways you could do it, I'm sure. That's the point I'm trying to make. There are ways you could do it. But not like this. And certainly not like what Bud K does. So I was just getting my 2 cents out there. That's what that is. It's Makume Damascus. It's made with copper. It's inferior because it won't harden, so it won't keep an edge. And if there's copper in the edge, that's where it's going to chip or roll or otherwise deform. I don't know why anyone would be watching this video, especially on my channel, given that mostly I've just been doing push-ups. I'm a no-name channel, but if anyone out there has something like this, it does that little orange thing, and once again, I'll get close up on the pattern, because it is very pretty, but it's not really usable. I have a couple of usable swords, and I know exactly what kind of steel they are. 5160 spring steel, which is very nice, very high carbon. Likes to keep its shape, likes to hold an edge. Pretty good. So I've also got a few knives like that, but maybe I'll show those off in a separate video or something like that if people give a shit. Maybe I'll just do it for the funsies. I have quite a few swords. Quite a few. Most of them are trash. Like I said, I think only like 2 of them are usable. I used to have a bunch of wall hangers from back when I was a kid. And I have a few Lord of the Rings replicas, so... Anyways, that is my thoughts on that thing that no one asked for. So there you go. Bye-bye.